Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. Well, we are down to the final in college basketball, Wisconsin and Duke, and we're going to preview it with Troy West from allplayswin.com, who gave us winners in both of the Final Four games. That's right, if you checked out our videos, Troy West said he liked Duke minus the points and Wisconsin plus the points. Troy West from allplayswin.com, thanks so much for being back with us.
Hey, thanks a lot, Pete. I appreciate it. We've been on an absolute tear on your videos in the SBR tournament and at our website. Only one losing day the entire tournament, Pete. It's been a heck of a lot of fun. Hopefully we can finish out on the big one.
You know, Troy, I admit I was one of the people who was a little bit surprised by Wisconsin winning that game. I thought that Kentucky was like as good as the Sixers or as good as the Knicks or something like that. You know, even though they're all filled with freshmen, that they just had way too much talent, way too much depth. What happened in that game?
Yeah, I really felt like the SEC was down this year. I truly felt like this Kentucky team necessarily wasn't challenged throughout the course of the season, and Wisconsin was challenged all year long. Pete, the Big Ten Conference was really undervalued this year. You had to play teams like Maryland, Michigan State, Ohio State, and so the good conference. The SEC was down this year, and you got to remember, Kentucky did play some close ball games. Yes, they blew out a lot of teams. Yes, they were world beaters all year long, but the speed of the game picks up when you play a team like Wisconsin, and I truly felt like Kentucky was not ready for it. They weren't ready for it in the Notre Dame game. They slipped by. It was finally time that the 38-0 came to 38-0.
Well, you called that one. You took a little bit of hate for it on our YouTube channel, but you proved the haters wrong in the end. See who you like here. Wisconsin right now is a 1-point favorite. That line has moved up a bit. Of course, it opened at Pick'em. The total 139.5 or 140 hasn't moved much at all. And, you know, I don't know. I'm thinking probably Wisconsin has the edge over Duke. That's my first thought. They should have a size edge, right? Okafor is still, a freshman. He could get into foul trouble. That depends on the refs. Duke did beat Wisconsin earlier in the year, but I don't know. My sense is that Wisconsin is the play again, but you have a better sense of this. What do you like here, Troy?
Yeah, I'm actually going to agree with you, Pete. I'm going with Wisconsin in this basketball game. You know, you can look at it, you can make strong arguments on both ends, especially in the coaching department. You know, Coach K has obviously been in this game. This is new to Bo Ryan, but Bo Ryan has proven out throughout the course of the year that he can win big basketball games. You know, the Big Ten championship, obviously a big one. The Kentucky one, you know, put a feather in his cap for that as well. But this team, Pete, just seems so determined. And the thing I like about it, Pete, is not only can they beat you from the three-point line, they can get to the rim. Frank Kaminsky's been just almost unguardable, and Decker's been dang near unguardable, Pete. And then you mix in the guard play and the three-point shooting. I think that's what makes them so dangerous is the inside-out game. Not taking anything away from Duke, a 20-point win against a good Michigan State team is hard to argue and hard to bet against going into this one. To me, right now, it's just what Wisconsin has accomplished, what they've done to get here, and I think they're prone to win this thing. I like Wisconsin minus the 1 tonight.
Yeah, well, you did like Duke over Michigan State. That was one of the free picks that you gave us in the Final Four. And the last time an undefeated team lost in the Final Four, which is UNLV in 1991, the team that beat them did go on to win the championship. So that would be Wisconsin here. Also, Duke shot 65% from the field in their win over Wisconsin and 58% from three. Probably that doesn't repeat, right, Troy?
I wouldn't think that would repeat, no. And like I said, Duke not necessarily a sharpshooting team throughout the year, but they have been dependent on Okafor down low. Mm-hmm. And I think Wisconsin has some great matchups for him down low. And I'm not really sure, looking at it, Pete breaks down tape, I'm not so sure that Duke has great matchups for guys like Decker. This Decker kid can really slash to the basketball. The guy's 6'10" and can shoot the ball. I think he's going to be kind of an X factor in tonight's game, and I think ultimately he's what gets it done.
So I know your official pick's going to be Wisconsin here, but let's just talk about the total for a second, 139.5 or 140. So if you like Wisconsin, do you think that it's because Duke won't be able to stop Wisconsin offensively? Because Duke has, you know, in the middle of this season, they were a big, defense was a big liability for them. They completely turned it around. They turned into an awesome defensive team when it really mattered, and they went under in their first 6 postseason games. They did go just over in their last one against Michigan State, but you know, what do you think of the matchup of Duke's defense against Wisconsin's offense? Because if Duke can't stop Wisconsin, then you got to think that the over is a good play here. If you think that they can or that they'll slow it down, maybe the under would be the shot.
Yeah, you know, Duke's been kind of all over the place with their defense, but over the last 2 games, you know, holding Michigan State to 61 and holding Gonzaga to 52, that's about as impressive as it gets. So that scares me a little bit. But you look at this Wisconsin team, Pete, I hate to use the term, but unguardable is a fair term right now. They put up 85 35 points on Arizona, who's an extremely good defensive team. And it flat out just came down to shooting, Pete. 13 of 18 from the three-point line. They could not miss. And that's with good defense. That's with hands in the face. So it kind of comes down to, is Wisconsin just going to go cold from the three-point line, or are they going to continue this trend that they've had throughout the course of the tournament? To me, that's kind of the variable on the total. But if I had to say, I think Wisconsin, obviously, right now, they seem unguardable. Doesn't matter who's in their way.
So maybe the over might be your lean on the total?
The over could be a pretty solid lead. I would not be surprised to see both teams get right around that 70 mark. I think it's going to be real tight right around that mark.
All right, well, Troy West's official pick is going to be Wisconsin -1. Troy West, congratulations on your success in the tournament. Thanks so much for giving us such great advice and all these free winners, including 2 free winners in the Final Four. Troy West, tell us what allplayswin.com is all about.
See, we couldn't be happier right now. 10 straight winning days. We opened baseball last night with the St. Louis Cardinals. We've just been hotter than a pistol in this tournament, Pete. 1 losing day. That was game 1 in this tournament. Other than that, we've just been flying through this tournament with a lot of success, Pete. Baseball opening day, could be more excited. Come take a look. 9 years in the industry, Pete. Allplayswin.com. Best customer service out there. I really encourage people to come take a look.